So they called me in that. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow because the Benadryl is not working. I've been taking Benadryl for like over a week and it ain't helping. This shit is spreading. Spreading. Can you see how bad it is? It's like blotchy skin patches. So then there was like somebody, I said I got this huge rash. All of a sudden I woke up with it today. I'm like, this shit is crazy. They were like, have you ever heard of PUP? And I was like, no. And then funny thing that they said that because the midwife was like, well, there's this thing called PUPS. And it's like pregnancy, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I don't even know how odd it is. Identify and treat PUP rash. It's P-U-P-P-P rash. It's called pruritic urticarial papules and plaques of pregnancy. PUPPP rash is an intense rash that appears inside your stretch marks of the stomach during late pregnancy, which means this would have happened at the end of my pregnancy, which it did not. While the exact cause of PUP rash isn't known, the stretching of the skin seems to be a trigger. When the rash occurs, PUP rash occurs in 1 out of every 150 pregnancies. But again, I'm not pregnant still. Other names are nurse's late onset prurigo, Bourne's toxemic rash of pregnancy, toxic arrhythmia of pregnancy, and polymorphic eruption of pregnancy. Typically, the PUP rash will appear during the 3rd trimester of pregnancy. Your baby's growth rate is very rapid during this time, especially during the last 5 weeks. It says it is most likely to occur in your first pregnancy or during a multiple pregnancies where your skin is stretching even more. It says during your pregnancy, sometimes skin stretches faster than your skin cells can keep up with it. This causes stretch marks to appear. Adding further insult to injury, the PUP rash will occur inside the stretch marks and around the belly button. It usually begins on the abdomen and spreads to other extremities within a few days. Pink pimple-like spots that appear in the stretch marks. See, I don't have them in stretch marks, but they're all over my body, so I think they're wrong about the PUP again also. P-U-P-P-P. I'll let you look it up, but I will show you what it's called anyway. Right there. Parodic urticarial papules and plaques of pregnancy. PUP rash is an itchy rash. PUP. So yeah, somebody else mentioned it on my page today, and I was like, I've never heard of that in one of my fucking 5, 6, 7, 25 pregnancies. So I don't know, but they're not in my stretch marks, and I'm not pregnant anymore, people, which is a big hello. Like, they keep on trying to diagnose me with stuff that's for pregnant girls. Like, I'm not pregnant no more, people. Let's try to diagnose me with like something that's after pregnancies, like postpartum or whatever. Whew. So yeah, I'm rashy. Maybe I'll do a close-up with my camera because it's hard to see on the but yeah, the laptop cam. But I'm super itchy, man. I can't stop, won't stop. And because this is like the hives or something now, I don't know. It went from a weird rash on my legs to now it's whoosh, everywhere. Boo! So I got the itchy scratch. It's up in the back of my arms, like it feels bumpy. It's horrible. So yeah, I got the scabies or something. I don't know. That's what I said. I'm like, I got scabies in the hospital. Imagine though, that's crazy. But yeah, so topical steroids, hydrocortisone cream, and something else is what they'll, the topical steroids they'll give you. Antihistamines will prevent the itch, but itching relief baths to take away Your baby could be born with a milder form of pup rash, but the rash itself should not cause any complications for you or the baby. I don't know, this is weird. Weird. But yeah, so it's not the pup rash and it's not preeclampsia, so those are just my blah blah blahs. But we don't know what it is, and we don't know what it is. And I still gotta keep taking the high blood pressure meds. My blood pressure was like border again today, so I definitely gotta keep taking the meds until we figure it out. But it's like they're not even figuring it out, they're just maintaining. What the fuck? Like, sometime I'd like an answer, please. What the fuck is going on with my legs and my shit? I'm over here like scratching. My ass is scratchy. But that's where it started, was my, like, the side of my leg and my butt cheeks. You can totally see this rash on me. I don't care what you say. I got the hives, dude. It's craziness. Alright, so that's my pregnancy diaries of the week, people. I got this unexplainable rash that's supposed to be in my stretch marks, and it's not. It's everywhere. It might be in a stretch mark, but it's everywhere else also. Stay beatable, stay blessed, you know the rest. And stop itching, bitch. Stop itching. Hey, how we doing, peeps? What's popping? Chilling out. I finally wore the shirt. I haven't worn this tank top yet. I wore the shorts I just got with the blue sequins. With my fluffy motherfuckers. I'm still swollen, as you can see. Horrible. And now I got the worst rash ever. Look at this. Don't look at my nastiness, but look at the rash, man. It's horrible. You see it? It's all over me. You see it? It's like hives. It's everywhere, dude. It's all over me. Everywhere. It was just on my legs before, and now it's spread, so it's something. And they have no idea what it is. I was at the doctor today. She thinks it might be because of my brand of my medication that I was on switched. And she thinks that it could just be simple as that, like the brand of something. But we don't know, so we don't know, basically. But they did give me my blood work back from last week, and I don't have preeclampsia, so he's wrong about that too. So she's like, I don't know, he needs to come up with some answers, because if I had preeclampsia, my white blood cells would be like fighting it off, and they'd be real low because they're fighting it, I guess. And my white blood cells were like way up in the wherever they're supposed to be, so I'm not fighting off anything, including preeclampsia. So he was wrong about that. So I seen somebody else today, a different midwife. She was like, well, the preeclampsia is not an option. I'm like, oh, wow. He was pretty sure about that last week. She was like, yeah, but the blood sample we took tells us otherwise. I'm like, okay, so what does it tell you? She's like, nothing. She said, it tells us that your body's probably going to fix itself. I'm like, well, it ain't doing that now. It's giving me the hives. And this is like 2 weeks. The baby's 2 weeks old now. What the fuck is going on? Now my whole body's like this. Shit is crazy. I'm like an itch factory, dude. And every time my calves swell up, I get itchy anyway in the sun or anything like that. So it's like double the fucking bullshit. It's the hives and the fucking swelling. Double itching. Shit is crazy, you know. So that's my 2-week post-op checkup. Fucking hives everywhere. You can see it. I know you can see it. I know you can see it. My light sucks, but I'm hoping you can see this. It's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. they are gonna put me on prednisone, which is like a steroid. I thought it was to fight off like strep throat or when you have inhaler problems, asthma problems. But I guess prednisone is like a steroid that fights off everything. So sorry. Oh my god! So this is what my rash is looking like now. It's horrible. It's looking so bad. My stomach looks a mess too. But remember, it's only been 12 days, people. But yeah, look at my rash though. You see this shit? It's everywhere. It's around. You see it? Please tell me you can see it. But it's everywhere on me now. It's everywhere. Bumpy, bump, 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 bump. Can you see the bump, 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 bumps? Because they're there. I think my boobs even have the bumps. Yes, the boobs even have the bumps. It's spreading everywhere. It's going down my legs again. Up my arms. Down my back. Starting to feel it on my neck. My boobies. Everywhere. They didn't even call in my prednisone that they said they were going to call in. I went there twice today to the pharmacy. It was not there. Finally, I had to call the hotline. Because it was like right at 5 o'clock, so I had to call and page the on-call doctor to be like, the nurse yesterday forgot to call in, or the midwife did not call in my crap. Because I am scratching. It's horrible. So, yeah, still no answers. And the baby had to redo his test for the 4th time today, where they prick his foot and put like blood on a circle on these papers. I remember it from every kid, to get their blood platelets or something like that. But this is the 4th time they've repeated this test on my kid's foot. I just took the band-aid off. That's the foot. Look at his little dot on his foot. They don't kill my baby's foot. They had to saturate the paper, 3 papers. And you have to look on the back to see if the blood went through all 3 of the papers. And it's 4 spots. I guess because the student nurses were not doing what they were supposed to be doing, and the people watching them were obviously not watching them. The test was repeated 3 times while we were at the hospital. The baby was screaming. I could not even listen the 3rd time. I made him take him to the nursery. Fucking dummies. But this time he didn't even scream at all. He was just like laying there, relaxing, hanging out, one eye open. And she was like, he's so calm. I'm like, yeah, well, this is the 4th time now. He's used to that shit. He's like, just do it already. She's like, well, it won't be being repeated again. I'm making sure of it. And sure enough, it was saturated through all 3 of the papers. So she did her job. But yeah, she was in the lab at the doctor's office, so she's not from the hospital. The hospital people were fuck-ups, I'm telling you. They were nice, but they were fuck-ups. And I'm scratching, and it might be a fuck-up, I don't know. The baby threw up all over me, though. So, I got puke on me. Yeah, him has been a puker the last day or 2. I think it's because it's been so humid out. That or he's trying to overeat. He's like on 4 ounces already. It's craziness. I'm like, you gotta calm down, guy, calm down. And then he doesn't want to wait his full 2 hours now. He wants to eat like every hour and a half. I'm like, you cannot eat every hour on the hour. I'm over here scratching, babes. I can't. I cannot take it. I'm dying here. I'm so scratchy. But yeah, I gotta go apply my cream. Take a Benadryl, I guess, to go to bed because I still don't have my medication from the pharmacy. It'll be there tomorrow. It was just that they never text me before 8 o'clock today, so I figured it never got there before 8 because normally I'll get a text message saying that my prescription is ready for pickup. But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow morning, Walgreens, when I drop Angel off at work, I can give me a script or something. I know they're not open at 6 a.m., but yeah, him's a new job. He goes to work at 6 in the morning. And if I want the car, I gotta drive him. So, yeah, I'm gonna itch myself, carry the baby down. Him's so peaceful over there now, though. Him's so peaceful. Maybe he remembers me talking, doing my videos. He was up here. He was up here. In my belly, guys, in my belly. Alright, so I got the itchy scratch.